Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Luca and his trainer Fred. And what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Luca's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands. The little corrections and the motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the correction. And the only correction that we give is a little tug and let go on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Luca's going to come home with his very own training collar, and you'll be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Now he's sitting very nicely at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for us is heeling. The command is Luca, heel. And at this point, Luca has a job to do, and that is to match pace with you on a walk, not dragging you down the street. And each time that you stop walking, Luca has been taught to sit automatically and wait for his next command. And I know Luca has been a spoiled baby, and he's been carried around a lot, and we're asking him to be a little man and do a good job, walk nicely on a leash, and sit automatically when you stop to cross traffic or stop to talk to a neighbor. Now the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and it is a one-word command. The long sit stay when you're practicing at home is for 1 minute, working up to 3 minutes. And he's a mature dog, so he can hold this exercise longer. When Fred returns back to him, he will walk all the way around him as an additional distraction, returning all the way back around to heel position where they started, and he gets a little pat for praise, and they start heeling again. And you're going to be practicing these exercises with Luca to help to establish a different pack status and get him on track at home. Fred leaves him in another stay, walks out to the end of his training leash. And when you're practicing at home, you can practice indoors as well as outdoors, because you want good behavior in the house as well as outside. This time, instead of returning back to him, Fred's going to call him. He uses his name and a happy voice and calls him in. Luca doesn't look a bit happy about the whole process. Fred's going to do another recall command with him. And it's funny because he's so vocal and so, sure of himself. Okay. Until he has to do obedience, and then he acts like he's been tortured. Fred uses his name in a happy voice. There he goes. Comes right in front and sits facing your knees. No jumping all over you. And then he goes back around and back sitting. Very nicely done. Now the next exercises that we're going to be demonstrating for you are your down commands, and there are two. The first one is down from a heel. So with your dog at heel position, seated at your left, you use your left open palm, straight down toward the ground, and the one-word firm command to down, and then Fred will leave him in a stay. The long down stay when you're practicing at home is for 3 minutes, working up to 5 minutes. And this is a great exercise for helping to develop self-control and maturity. When Fred returns back to him, he will walk all the way around him, returning all the way back around to heel position. And Luca remains lying down until he gets his next command. And we will demonstrate that down from a heel position one more time. He's doing a really good job for an older dog. This has all been new to him. He's come a long, long way. Fred leaves him in another down stay, and this time instead of returning back to him, Fred calls him in, has him sit. Good job. And the very last exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is Luca's down from a distance. This is a little bit harder exercise because it is done from a distance and not next to the dog. Fred leaves him in a sit stay, so always have your dog seated before you attempt to put him into a down. Fred is going to use his right hand to give the command and drops him into a down from 6 feet away, and that was perfectly executed. So we have demonstrated for you your heel, your automatic sit, your stay, your down from the distance, and your come. These are the exercises that you're going to be practicing with Luca. We're going to provide you with a schedule to help you with his housebreaking. He's done a great job here at school and come a really long way. We look forward to working with you at home, and thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.